So you're looking to relocate to Northwest Arkansas and you've been looking for quite some time. Or perhaps your employer says, I need you to move to Northwest Arkansas. Well, my friend, today the question that we're answering is, should you move to Northwest Arkansas? You know, people move for multiple different types of reasons, whether it's job relocation, move up, move down, getting closer to family, getting away from family. The ultimate question isn't just should you move, but should you move to Northwest Arkansas? I know a lot of locals would probably say no.
No.
A lot of people that live here and have been here for a while would probably say, no, don't move to Northwest Arkansas. And the reason why they're saying that is they love what they have now and they don't want you moving here. They want to keep it a secret. They want to keep things the way they are, but things are growing, things are changing here in Northwest Arkansas. Another great question that I hear is, what is life like in Northwest Arkansas? My friend, I have to ask you, what is life like where you are? You go to work, you go to church, you go to school, you take your kids to their ball games, you have your different activities and features that you like. You're going to find life here in Northwest Arkansas is very similar, except maybe we don't have earthquakes, but we've got tornadoes. Maybe we don't have 16 feet of snow, we've got 9 inches of snow. So life is like, it's a general blanket statement. I totally understand that. But when you're comparing what is life like in Northwest Arkansas, what is life like where you're coming from, and what are you hoping to see in the new area that you're researching? What are you hoping not to see in the new area that you're researching? So as you're going through and watching maybe some of my videos and maybe some of others' videos as well, what are the things that you are listening for as you're doing your search and finding out should you move to Northwest Arkansas? The stories that I hear when people are looking to move to Northwest Arkansas is they say, Anthony, I never would have thought about Arkansas and the Northwest Arkansas region until I started doing research and really saw what the area has to offer. Of course, there's a lot of stuff to do in our area, and there's a lot of things that are coming to our area here in Northwest Arkansas. Touching a little bit on some of those activities, of course, there's outdoor activities with all the lakes, rivers, streams, ponds. There's golfing, boating, e-foiling, camping, fishing, of course, mountain biking. We have some big city features here as well, like nationally acclaimed artists coming in, John Legend's coming to town, world-renowned museums, Topgolf, Arkansas Music Pavilion, major motorcycle rally with bikes, blues, and barbecue every year. There's always something going on in Northwest Arkansas. So my friend, if this is the first video you're seeing about Northwest Arkansas, just know that Arkansas is a bit more developed in the Northwest Arkansas region than maybe you might consider in comparison to the rest of the state. Now let's back up for a second. No matter where you're looking to move around the country, out of the country, back into the country, many people are curious about what is life like there? Cost of living? Where are the good schools? How bad is traffic? And are there multiple job opportunities that you could step into or create your own? Now, I have multiple other videos about Northwest Arkansas that get specifically into certain areas or certain topics, such as tour videos of each of the cities talking specifically about what types of housing are available and the like. So let's dig down today in some of the topics we mentioned earlier and help answer the question, should you move to Northwest Arkansas? Let's start off by talking about cost of living. Now, if you're comparing state per state data and you're looking at taxes and income tax and property tax and housing, sundries, all different types of expenses that you're going to be comparing, you'll notice that Arkansas is one of the cheapest states to live in the entire United States. But we're talking about Northwest Arkansas today. My friend, as you're doing cost comparison, I would encourage you to check out Forbes.com. They have a cost of living calculator that you can plug into your current city and then bring it over to maybe a current city in Northwest Arkansas like Bentonville or Rogers as a comparison. You should know that the Northwest Arkansas region, Benton and Washington County primarily, are more expensive than the rest of the surrounding state and some of the surrounding border states. The region of Northwest Arkansas is probably similar to more like a Nashville, a Kansas City, more of a mid-sized market city because of the amenities that we do have here that will help flesh out the rest of this video. Many of my clients move here and they say, Anthony, the cost of living in Northwest Arkansas is nowhere near what we're used to in Denver, in Los Angeles, in Seattle. That said, comparing to where they were coming from moving to Northwest Arkansas, the cost of living is much less. Now, your specific situation, maybe you're an income earner still and you're concerned about income tax and how that's taxed here in Arkansas. We are one of the states that is on a graduated income tax scale, or maybe you're retiring. Maybe you're following the FIRE movement, financially independent and retiring early is what that stands for. And you're saying, hey, I'm more concerned about property tax. I noticed that there's no income tax in Texas or Florida, but Arkansas has income tax, but much lower property tax. So depending again on your situation, cost of living is more than likely going to be less than where you're moving from, unless you're moving from maybe a more of a rural area to Northwest Arkansas. Depending on where you're moving across the country, a common thing that people are concerned about, whether or not they have kids that are going to school, is where are the best schools located? You know, many people that don't have kids in school want to buy in good school districts because they know about the resale. If they purchase in that good school district, their benefit of selling the home later on down the road might be a quicker sale, might be a better appreciation of the home that they do purchase. But if you do have school-aged children, I would encourage you to check out niche.com. Niche.com ranks schools across the United States using the same metrics and tape measure, if you will, in order to compare state to state, city to city, as well as private and charter schools. If you look at the entire state of Arkansas, you'll notice that most of the higher rated schools are located here in Northwest Arkansas, some of them namely being Haas Hall Academy, Bentonville Public Schools, Rogers Schools. Fayetteville is also toward the top of highly ranked schools in Northwest Arkansas. Other people ask me questions about, Anthony, are there charter schools in Northwest Arkansas? There sure are. You can check out Founders Academy, Lisa Academy. There's also Christian schools like Providence Christian Academy, Lifeway Christian School, Bentonville Christian School. There's also Arkansas School of the Arts over in Rogers. So depending on what you're looking to do, schools might be important for you. And one more little caveat, if you are a homeschool family like we have been the last few years, you might find benefit in many of the other co-ops that are around Northwest Arkansas to get plugged in for you as a homeschool family. Again, asking some of the locals, they would probably tell you that, oh my gosh, traffic is terrible.
That's terrible. What's wrong, Chuck?
Well, the comparison that we're talking about is 20 years ago or 30 years ago when they got their license. Many of the roads that we might see today didn't exist or were dirt roads. And so you could drive from the east side of Rogers to the west side of Bentonville in about 20 minutes. Now, with many traffic lights and a lot more people on the road, it's going to take a bit longer. Let's look at a map here, my friend. Over here on the northeast side between Pea Ridge and Bentonville, we notice that there is a bit of backlog on Highway 72 in the mornings as people are coming from Pea Ridge to go to work at maybe the Walmart home office or Sam's Club, and then vice versa on the way back home in the evening time. Now, granted, here we have rush hour, not rush hours like you might see on the 405 or the 5 in the LA area. Another road artery that does see some backup is on Highway 12 coming from the west side of Bentonville into town. But as people are coming into town toward this area locally known as Rainbow Curve, this can get backed up here also in the morning time, obviously going towards the east and toward town. As you're headed west on Walnut in the evening time, you can also see traffic on this road as this is a major east-west artery. Moving up a little bit farther north on Highway 102, 14th Street, Hudson Road is what it's also called, up here by Northwest Arkansas Community College. There tends to be a bit of traffic backup on this road during the morning rush hour as well as the evening rush hour times. And that, my friend, is just the Bentonville, Rogers, Pea Ridge area, of course, down in Springdale, Fayetteville. You might get in a bit of a traffic backup on maybe game day for the Razorbacks. But what we're not seeing is hours and hours and hours of traffic that you might see. So when people are talking about traffic, it's certainly a relative term, my friend. For me, if we know where the traffic's going to be, we know some of the back roads to be able to kind of wind through, maybe skip a couple minutes worth of traffic if you know a few of the back roads. Of course, Northwest Arkansas, as a developing community, has plans in the future for future development with the Springdale Northern Bypass, which will help some of the traffic come from 412 to circumvent Springdale. In any developing region, the city planners are always looking ahead to see where do we need to move traffic? Where do we need to widen a road? Where do we need to add a new freeway to help with the bottlenecks of traffic? Maybe if your employer isn't moving you to the area, you might be concerned about job opportunities. Again, with so much growth and development in Northwest Arkansas, my advice, my friend, is anything in the trades, the construction, commercial or residential trades when it comes to building. Maybe as someone in those trades, you could find work in that regard, or maybe start up your own business to support the need for construction and the growth in the area. Maybe you're an entrepreneur and want to bring whatever business you developed where you're moving from to Northwest Arkansas. There very well may be a place for that. If it's an outdoorsy type of career or job, it's probably here, or if not, maybe you should talk about bringing your business here. Tech jobs, transportation jobs, retail jobs are prevalent in Northwest Arkansas. Making a move, whether it's across the country or from state to state, you want to make sure that you're doing your due diligence on figuring out, does this new place work for me and my family? If you're truly considering a move to Northwest Arkansas and trying to figure out should you move here, I put together a relocation guide that goes down in a bit more detail and also directs you to some of my other videos to help you with that decision. My friend, down in the comments is the link to that. You'll fill out your name and address. I'll physically mail that package to your address. Those get sent out on Fridays. My friend, as always, it's my pleasure to help put this information together for you. And now you know a little bit more about life is like in and around Bentonville, Northwest Arkansas. Thanks for watching.